but they insisted that we had to build to that specification. So it's a highly well insulated building, so no heat escapes. So the heat from the flue is in the room. Although we've lagged all the pipes to minimise it, the heat in here is usually an ambient 31 degrees. The boiler itself is Austrian, and I like telling the story about how when we had North Sea oil, we didn't care. We carried on gas guzzling, and we had no thought of alternative energies or renewable energies. Whereas the Central Europeans had nothing, they didn't have oil reserves. So they had to consider alternatives, and they built up a technology of biomass and renewables and combined heat and energy systems that collected straw off the fields, waste straw, compacting it and then using it to generate electricity. So they've got these systems that work, and off the back of that they developed these chip biomass boilers. This is what there isn't a British manufacturer that produces anything as good as this. That's the chip, just ordinary softwood chip from any combination of trees. It's dried, it mustn't be more than 30% moisture, and it's fed in by an auger from the tank at the back. When the sensors detect a drop in temperature from the two holding energy cylinders, that's the energy bank there, those two 1500 litre cylinders. When they detect the temperature's low in there, it fires up the boiler and generates energy. The water that's stored is pumped around the hotel, but it doesn't come through the taps. That powers a plate heat exchanger. So the hot water you get from the tap is mains water, instantly heated, a bit like a combi boiler at home. Same principle. So it's fresh mains water, which of course minimise the risk of Legionnaires. So in a hotel you have to be conscious of that as well. So it's a very good system. The added benefit of it is this. If you look in there, now he's emptied it. He empties it once a week. He must have emptied it on Saturday or Sunday. That's all the ash that's been generated in 2 days. And that's it. It never, for a week, it'll come up to about there. And that's ideal for gardens. We put it on the fruit trees, we put it on the compost, so it mixes in, so it returns exactly to the soil where it came from. And in there's trace minerals, trace metals, together with potash. And during the burning process, the carbon dioxide the tree absorbed goes up the flue, and any water vapour that's left in. So it's exactly as it started, 50 years before. So the cycle's complete. So it's not increasing the carbon outputs, in fact it's reducing it. It's termed as carbon neutral. So it doesn't issue any more carbon than it absorbs during its growth cycle. These gauges here tell you the temperature it's going down and the temperature coming back. It's travelling down to the hotel at 70 degrees centigrade, and it's coming back at 70 degrees centigrade, so there's no heat loss in there at all, so nobody's using anything. You can actually see when people are having baths or radiators are turned on, you can see the return dropping back a little bit, or when the kitchen's using hot water. And there it is there, that pumps down and returns down this pipe. It's very well insulated, it goes under the garden, about 6 feet below the grass, into the hotel. The clever bit about this